I thought the king had more affected the Duke of Albany than Cornwall.
It did always seem so to us, but now in the division of the kingdoms, it appears not which of the dukes he values most.
Is not this your son, my lady?
His breeding, sir, hath been at my charge. I have so often blushed to acknowledge him, that now I am brazen to it.
I cannot conceive you.
Sir, I could. And whereupon I grew round-mooned, and had indeed, sir, a son for my cradle, ere a husband for my bed. Do you smell a fault?
I cannot wish the fault to be undone, the issue of it being so proper.
But I have a son, sir, by order of law, some year elder than this, yet no dearer in my account. Though this knave came something saucily to the world before he was sent for, yet was his father fair. There was good sport in his making. And the horse son must be acknowledged. Edmund, do you know this noble gentleman?
No, my lady.
My Lord of Kent. Remember him hereafter as my honorable friend.
My services to your lordship.
I must love you and sue to know you better.
Sir, I shall study deserving.
He hath been away these 9 years, and shall away again. Ah. The king is coming.
Attend the lords of France and Burgundy, Gloucester.
I shall, my lord.
Meantime, we shall express our darker purpose. Give me the map there. Know that we have divided in 3 our kingdom, and 'tis our fast intent to shake all cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strengths, while we, unburdened, crawl towards death. Our son of Cornwall, and you are no less loving son of Albany, we have this hour a constant will to publish our daughters' several dowers, that future strife may be prevented now. The princes, France and Burgundy, great rivals in our youngest daughter's love, long in our court have made their amorous sojourn, and here are to be answered. Tell me, my daughters, for now we will divest us both of rule, interest of territory, cares of state. Which of you shall we say doth love us most? That we our largest bounty may extend where nature doth with merit challenge. Goneril, our eldest born, speak first.
Sir, I love you more than words can wield the matter. Dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty, beyond what can be valued, rich or rare, no less than life, with grace, health, honor, beauty, as much as a child e'er loved or father found, a love that makes breath poor and speech unable. Beyond all manner of so much, I love you.
What shall Cordelia speak? Love and be silent.
Of all these bounds, even from this line to this, with shadowy forests and with champaigns riched, with plenteous rivers and wide-skirted meads, we make thee lady. To thine and Albany's issues be this perpetual. What says our second daughter, our dearest Regan, wife of Cornwall?
I am made of that self-metal as my sister, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart I find she names my very deed of love. Only she comes too short. That I profess myself an enemy to all other joys which the most precious square of sense possesses, and find I am alone felicitate in your dear highness love.
Then poor Cordelia, and yet not so, since I'm sure my love's more ponderous than my tongue.
To thee and thine hereditary ever remain this ample third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure than that conferred on Goneril. And now our joy, although our last and least. What can you say to draw a third more opulent than your sisters? Speak.
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing will come of nothing. Speak again.
Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty according to my bond, no more nor less.
How, Cordelia? Mend your speech a little, lest you may mar your fortunes.
Good, my lord, you have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return those duties back as our right fit. Obey you, love you, and most honor you. Why have my sisters husbands if they say they love you all? Haply when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take my plight shall carry half my love with him, half my care and duty.
Goes thy heart with this?
Aye, my good lord.
So young, and so untender.
So young, my lord, and true.
Let it be so. Thy truth then be thy dower. For by the sacred radiance of the sun, the mysteries of Hecate and the night, by all the operation of the orbs from whom we do exist and cease to be, I here disclaim all my paternal care, propinquity, and property of blood. And as a stranger to my heart and me, hold thee from this forever.
Good, my liege.
Peace, Kent. Come not between the dragon and his wrath. I loved her most, and thought to set my rest on her kind nursery. Hence and avoid my sight. Where's France? Who stirs? Where's Burgundy? Cornwall and Albany. With my 2 daughters' dowers, digest the 3rd. Let pride, which she calls plainness, marry her. I do invest you jointly with my power, preeminence, and all the large effects that troop with majesty. Ourself, by monthly course, with reservation of 100 knights by you to be sustained, shall our abode make with you by due turn. Only we shall retain the name and all the addition to a king. The sway, revenue, execution of the rest, beloved sons, be yours.
Royal ear, whom I have ever honored as my king, loved as my father, as my master followed.
The bow is bent and drawn, make from the shaft.
Let it fall, rather. The fork invade the region of my heart. Be Kent unmannerly when Lear is mad. What wouldst thou do, old man? Thinkst thou the duty shall have dread to speak when power to flattery bows? To plainness honor's bound when majesty falls to folly. Answer my life, my judgment. Thy youngest daughter does not love thee least.
Kent, on thy life no more.
My life I never held but as a pawn to wage against thine enemies, ne'er fear to lose it, thy safety being motive.
Out of my sight!
See better, Lear, and let me still remain the true blank of thine eye.
Oh, vassal, miscreant!
Dear sir, revoke thy doom, or whiles I can bend clamour from my throat, I'll tell thee thou dost evil.
Hear me, recreant, on thine allegiance hear me. That thou hast sought to make us break our vows, which we durst never yet, take thy reward. 5 days we do allot thee for provision, to shield thee from disasters of the world, and on the 6th, to turn thy hated back upon our kingdom. If on the 10th day following thy banished trunk be found in our dominions, the moment is thy death. Away! By Jupiter, this shall not be revoked.
Fare thee well, king. Sith thus thou wilt appear. Freedom lives hence, and banishment is here. The gods to their dear shelter take thee, maid, that justly thinks and hast most rightly said. And your large speeches, may your deeds approve, that good effects may spring from words of love. Thus Kent, O princes, bids you all adieu. He'll shape his old course in the country new.
Here's France and Burgundy, my lord.
Our lord of Burgundy, whom we first address towards you, who with this king hath rivaled for our daughter, what in the least will you require in present dower with her, or cease your quest of love?
Most royal majesty, I crave no more than half your highness offered. nor will you tender any less.
Right noble Burgundy, when she was dear to us, we did hold her so. But now her price is fallen. Sir, there she stands. If aught within that little seeming substance or all of it may fitly like your grace, she's there and she is yours.
I know no answer.
Will you, with those infirmities she owes, unfriended new adopted to our hate, dowered with our curse and strangered with our oath, take her or leave her?
Pardon me, royal sir. Election makes not up on such conditions.
Then leave her, sir. For by the power that made me, I tell you all her wealth. For you, great king, I would not from your love make such a stray to match you where I hate. Therefore beseech you to avert your liking a more worthier way than on a wretch whom nature is ashamed almost to acknowledge hers.
This is most strange, that she whom even but now was your best object, the balm of your age, the best, the dearest, should in this trice of time commit a thing so monstrous to dismantle so many folds of favor.
I yet beseech your majesty, if for I want that glib and oily art to speak and purpose not, that you make known it is no vicious blot that hath deprived me of your grace and favor. But even for want for which I am richer, a still soliciting eye, and such a tongue as I am glad I have not, though not to have it hath lost me in your liking.
Better thou hadst not been born than not to have loved me better.
My lord of Burgundy, what say you to the lady? Will you have her? She is herself a dowry.
Royal king, give but that portion which yourself proposed. And here I take Cordelia by the hand, Duchess of Burgundy.
Nothing. I have sworn.
I am sorry then that you have so lost a father, that you must lose a husband.
Peace be with Burgundy. Since that respects the fortune are his love, I shall not be his wife.
Fairest Cordelia, that art most rich being poor, most choice forsaken, and most loved despised. Thee and thy virtues here I seize upon. Be it lawful, I take up what's cast away. Gods, 'tis strange that from their coldest neglect my love should kindle to inflamed respect. Thy dowerless daughter, king, thrown to my chance, is queen of us and ours, and our fair France. Bid them farewell, Cordelia, though unkind. Thou losest here a better where to find.
Thou hast her, France. Let her be thine, for we have no such daughter, nor shall ever see that face of hers again. Therefore, be gone, without our grace, our love, our benison. Come, noble Burgundy.
Bid farewell to your sisters.
The jewels of our father. With washed eyes, Cordelia leads you. I know you what you are, and like a sister, most loath to call your faults as they are named. Love well our father. To your professed bosoms I commit him, so farewell to you both.
Prescribe not us our duty.
Let your study be to content your lord, who hath received you at fortune's alms. You have obedience scanted, and are well worth the want that you have wanted.
Time shall unfold what plighted cunning hides.
Come, my fair Cordelia.
Sister, it is not little I have to say of what most nearly appertains to us both. I think our father will hence tonight.
That's most certain. And with you, next month with us.
You see how full of changes his age is. He always loved our sister most. And now, with what poor judgment he hath cast her off, appears too grossly.
'Tis the infirmity of his age, yet he hath but ever slenderly known himself.
Pray you let us hit together. If our father carry authority with such disposition as he bears. This last surrender of his will but offend us.
We shall further think of it.
We must do something. And in the heat.
Thou nature art my goddess. To thy law my services are bound. Wherefore should I stand in the plague of custom, and permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me, for that I am some 12 or 14 moonshines, lag of a brother? Why, bastard? Wherefore base, when my dimensions are as well compact, my mind as generous, my shape as true as honest, madam's issue? Why brand they us with base, with baseness, bastardy, base? Who, in a lusty stealth of nature, take more composition and fierce quality than doth within a dull, stale, tired bed go to the creating a whole tribe of fops? I must have your land. A mother's love is to the bastard Edmund as to the legitimate. Fine word, legitimate. Well, my legitimate, if this letter speed, and my invention thrive, Edmund the base shall top the legitimate. I grow, I prosper. Now gods, stand up for bastards.
Vanished, prancing, cold-hearted, all this done upon the guy. How now, Edmund? What news?
So please your ladyship, none.
Why seek you so earnestly to put up that letter?
I know no news, my lady.
What paper were you reading?
Nothing, my lady.
No? What needed then that terrible dispatch of it into your pocket? The quality of nothing hath such need to hide itself. Let's see.
Pardon me, it is a letter from my brother which I have not all over read. And for as much as I have perused, I find it not fit for your overlooking.
Give me the letter, sir.
I shall offend neither to detain or give it. The contents, as in part I understand them, are to blame.
Let's see.
I hoped for my brother's justification that he wrote this but as an essay or taste of my virtue.
This policy and reverence of age makes the world bitter to our times, keeps our fortunes from us till our oldness cannot relish them. Come to me that of this I may speak more. If our mother would sleep till I waked her, you would enjoy half her revenue forever, and live the beloved of your brother, Edgar. Conspiracy. Sleep till I waked her, enjoy half her revenue. My son, Edgar. Had he the hand to write this? A heart, a brain to breed it in. When came you this? Who brought it?
It was not brought me. There's the cunning in it. I found it thrown into the casement of my closet.
And you know the character to be your brother's?
It is his hand, but I hope his heart is not in the contents.
Has he never before spoken to you about this business?
Never, my lady. But I have oft heard him maintain it to be fit that sons at perfect age and parents declined, the parents should be as ward to the son, and the son manage their revenue.
Villain. Abhorrent villain. Unnatural, brutish villain. I'll apprehend him. Where is he?
If I do not well know, my lord, I dare pawn down my life for him, that he has writ this to feel out my affection to your honor, and to no other pretense of danger.
Think you so?
If your honor judge it meet, I will place you where you will hear us confer of this, and by an auricular assurance have your satisfaction.
He cannot be such a monster.
Nor is not sure.
Not to a mother who so tenderly and entirely loves him. Oh, heaven and earth. Oh, Edmund, seek him out. Frame the business after your own wisdom.
I will seek him presently.
Oh, these late eclipses in the sun and moon portend no good to us. Love cools, friendship falls off, brothers divide. In cities mutinies, in countries discord, in palaces treason. And the bond cracked twixt son and father. This villain of mine comes under the prediction. There's son against mother. And the king falls from the bias of nature. There's father against child. Machinations, hollowness, treachery, and all ruinous discords follow us disquietly to our graves. Find out this villain, Edmund. Do it carefully. And then the noble and true-hearted Kent banished. His offense, honesty. Oh, 'tis strange.
This is the excellent foppery of the world. That when we are sick in fortune, we make guilty of our disasters, the sun, the moon, and stars, as if we were villains on necessity, fools by heavenly compulsion, drunkards, liars, adulterers, by an enforced obedience to planetary influence, and all that we are evil in by a divine thrusting on. Fucked! I should have been that I am, had the maidenliest star in the firmament twinkled on my bastardizing. Edgar, and Patty comes. Oh, these eclipses do pretend these divisions.
How now, Brother Edmund? What serious contemplation are you in?
I am thinking, brother, of a prediction I read this other day, what should follow these eclipses.
Do you busy yourself with that? How long have you been a sectary astronomical?
Come. When spake you with my mother last?
The night gone by?
Spake you with her?
Aye, 2 hours.
Parted you in good terms, found you in no displeasure of her by word nor countenance?
None at all.
Bethink yourself wherein you may have offended her, and at my entreaty, forbear her presence until some little time has qualified the heat of her displeasure, which at this instant so rageth in her, that with the mischief of your person it would scarcely allay.
Some villain hath done me wrong.
That is my fear. To the speed of her rage go slower. Retire with me to my lodging, from whence I will quickly bring you to hear my lady speak. If you do stir abroad, go armed.
Armed, brother.
Brother, I advise you to the best. I am no honest man. If there be any good meaning towards you, pray you, go armed. So farewell.
Shall I hear from you anon?
I do serve you in this business. A credulous mother and a brother noble, whose nature is so far from doing harms, and he suspects none, on whose foolish honesty my practices ride easy. I see the business. If let me not by birth, have lands by wit, all with me's meat that I can fashion fit.
Did my father strike my gentleman for chiding of his fool?
Aye, madam.
By day and night he wrongs me. Every hour he flashes into one gross crime or another that sets us all at odds. I'll not endure it. His nights grow riotous, and himself upbraids us on every trifle. When he returns from hunting, I'll not speak with him. Say I am sick. If you should come slack of former services, you shall do well. The fault of it, I'll answer.
He's coming, madam. I hear him.
Put on what weary negligence you please, you and your fellows. If he distaste it, let him to my sister, whose mind and mine, in that I know are one, not to be overruled. Idle old man, that would still manage those authorities that he hath given away. Now, by my life, old fools are babes again that must be used with checks as flatteries as they are seen abused. Remember what I have said.
Well, madam.
I'll ride straight to my sister to hold my course. Prepare for dinner.
But as well I other accents borrow that can my speech diffuse. My good intent may carry through itself to that full issue for which I raised my likeness. Now, banished Kent, if thou canst serve where thou dost stand condemned, so may it come thy master whom thou lovest may find thee full of labors.
Let me not stay a jot for dinner. Go, get it ready. How now? What art thou?
A man, sir.
What dost thou profess?
I do profess to be no less than I seem, to love him that is honest, to serve him truly that keeps me in trust, to fight when I cannot choose, and to eat no fish.
What wouldst thou?
Service.
Who wouldst thou serve?
You.
Dost thou know me, fellow?
No, sir, but you have that in your countenance which I would fain call master.
What's that?
Authority.
What services canst thou do?
I can ride, run, keep honest counsel, mar a curious tale in telling it. That which other men are fit for, I am qualified in, and the best of me is diligence.
Follow me. Thou shalt serve me if I like thee no worse after dinner. I will not part from thee yet. Dinner! Oh, dinner! Where's my knave, my fool? Go you and call my fool hither. Where's my daughter?
So please you?
What says the fellow there? Go call the clock-paul back. Where's my fool? Oh, I think the world's asleep. How now? Where's that mongrel?
He says, my lord, your daughter is not well.
Why came the fellow not back to me when I called him?
Sir, he answered me in the roundest manner. He would not.
He would not?
My lord, I know not what the matter is, but to my judgment, your highness is not served with that ceremonious affection as you were wont.
Huh. Sayest thou so?
Well, I must beseech you pardon me, my lord, if I be mistaken, for my duty cannot be silent when I think your highness wrong.
I will look further into it. Where's my fool? I have not seen him this 2 days.
Since my young lady's going into France, sir, the fool hath much pined away.
No more of that. I have noted it well. You, Sirrah, go and call my daughter hither. You, go and call my fool. Ho, you, sir, you. Come you hither, sir. You, who am I, sir?
My lady's father.
My lady's father? My lord's knave, you horse and dog, you slave, you cur.
I am none of these, my lord. I'll beseech your pardon.
Do you bandy looks with me, you rascal?
I'll not be strucken, my lord.
Nor tripped neither, you base football player.
I thank thee, fellow, thou servest me, and I'll love thee.
Come, sir, arise. Away! Go to, have you wisdom? So.
Now, my friendly knave, I thank thee. There's earnest of thy service.
Let me hire him too. Here is my coxcomb.
How now, my pretty knave? How dost thou?
Sirrah, you had best take my coxcomb.
Why, fool?
Why? Why, for taking one's part that's out of favor. Nay, thou canst not smile as the wind sits. Thou'lt catch cold shortly.
There. Take my coxcomb. Why, this fellow has banished 2 on's daughters, and did the 3rd a blessing against his will. If thou followest him, thou must need wear my coxcomb.
Take heed, sirrah, the whip.
Oh, truth's a dog. He must be whipped out.
A pestilent gall to me.
Sirrah, I'll teach thee a speech.
Do.
Mark it, uncle. Have more than thou showest.
Speak less than thou knowest. Lend less than thou owest. And learn more than thou trowest. Leave thy drink and thy whore, and keep in a door, and thou shalt have more than 2 tens to a score.
This is nothing, fool.
Then 'tis like the breath of an unpaid lawyer. You gave me nothing for it.
Can you make no use of nothing, uncle?
Why, no, boy, nothing can be made out of nothing.
Prithee, tell him so much the rent of his land comes to. He will not believe a fool.
A bitter fool.
Dost thou know the difference, my boy, between a bitter fool and a sweet one?
No, lad, teach me.
That lord that counselled thee to give away thy land, come place him here by me. Do thou for him stand. The sweet and bitter fool will presently appear. The one in motley here, the other found out there.
Dost thou call me fool, fellow?
Will all thy other titles thou hast given away, that thou wast born with.
This is not altogether fool, my lord.
No, faith, lords and great men will not let me. Nuncle, give me an egg and I'll give thee 2 crowns.
Which 2 crowns shall they be?
Why, after I have cut the egg at the middle, and eat up the meat. The 2 crowns of the egg. Now when thou closed thy crown at the middle, and gavest away both parts, thou borest thine ass on thy back o'er the dirt. Thou hadst a little wit in thy bald crown, when thou gavest thy golden one away. If I speak like myself in this, let him be wit that first finds it so. Fools had ne'er less grace in a year, for wise men are grown foppish, and know not how their wits to wear, their manners are so apish.
When were you wont to be so full of song, sirrah?
Well, I have used it, nuncle, ere since thou madest thy daughters thy mothers. For when thou gavest them the rod, and putst down thine own breeches, then they for sudden joy did weep, and I for sorrow sung, that such a king should play Bo Peep, and go the fools among. Prithee, nuncle, keep a schoolmaster that can teach thy fool to lie. I would fain learn to lie.
And you lie, sirrah, we'll have you whipped.
I marvel what kin thou and thy daughters are. They'll have me whipped for speaking true, thou'lt have me whipped for lying, and sometimes I'm whipped for holding my peace. I'd rather be any kind of thing than a fool, and yet I would not be thee, nuncle. Thou hast pared thy wit at both sides and left nothing at the middle. Here comes one of the pairings.
How now, daughter? What makes that frontlet on? You are too much of late in the frown.
Oh, thou wast a pretty fellow when thou hadst no need to care for her frowning. I am better than thou art now. I am a fool. Thou art nothing. Yes, forsooth, I will hold my tongue. So your face bids me, though you say nothing.
Not only, sir, this your all-licensed fool, but other of your insolent retinue do hourly carp and quarrel, breaking forth in rank and not to be endured riots. Sir, I had thought that by making this well known unto you to have found a safe redress, but now grow fearful by what yourself too late have spoke and done, that you protect this course and put it on by your allowance, which if you should, the fault would not scape censure.
Are you our daughter?
I would you would make use of your good wisdom, and put away these dispositions which of late transport you from what you rightly are.
Does any here know me? This is not Lear. Does Lear walk thus? Speak thus? Where are his eyes? Who is it that can tell me who I am?
Lear's shadow.
I would know that, for by the marks of sovereignty, knowledge, and reason I should be false persuaded I had daughters.
Which they will make an obedient father.
Your name, fair gentlewoman.
This admiration admiration, sir, is much of the savor of your other new pranks. I do beseech you to understand my purposes aright, as you are old and reverend should be wise. Here do you keep 100 knights and squires, men so disordered, so debauched and bold, that their presence in this court, infecting with their manners, makes it show like a riotous inn. Epicurism and lust makes it more like a tavern or a brothel than a graced palace. The shame itself doth speak for instant remedy. Be then desired a little to disquantity your train, and the remainders that shall still depend to be of such men that shall besort your age, which know themselves and you.
Darkness and devils! Prepare my horses. Call my train together. Degenerate bastard! I'll not trouble thee. Yet I have left a daughter.
You strike my people, and your disordered rabble make servants of their betters!
Oh, sir, are you come? Is it your will, sir? Speak, sir. Prepare my horses. Ingratitude, thou marble-hearted fiend. More hideous when thou show'st thee in a child than a sea monster.
Pray, sir, be patient.
Detested kite, thou liest. Our train are men of choice and rarest parts, that in the most exact regard support the worships of their name. Oh, most small fault! How ugly didst thou in Cordelia show, which wrenched my frame of nature, drew from my heart all love and added to the gall. Oh, Lear, 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 beat at the gate that let thy folly in and thy dear judgment out.
My lord, I am guiltless, I am ignorant of what hath moved you.
It may be so, my lord. Hear, nature, hear. Dear goddess, hear. Suspend thy purpose if thou didst intend to make this creature fruitful. Into her womb convey sterility. Dry up in her the organs of increase, and from her derogate body never spring a babe to honor her. Or, if she must teem, create her child of spleen, that it may live and be a thwart disnatured torment to her. Let it stamp wrinkles in her brow of youth, with cadent tears fret channels down her cheeks. Turn all her mother's pains and benefits to laughter and contempt, that she may feel how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. Away! Away!
Now, gods that we adore, whereof comes this?
Never afflict yourself to know more of it, but let his disposition have such scope as dotage gives it.
What? 50 of my followers at a clap within a fortnight?
What's the matter, sir?
I'll tell thee. Life and death, I am ashamed that thou hast power to shake my manhood thus. That these hot tears which break from me perforce should make thee worth them. Blasted fogs upon thee! Let it be so. I have another daughter, who I am sure is kind and comfortable. When she shall hear this of thee, with her nails she'll flay thy wolvish visage. Thou shalt find that I'll resume the shape which thou dost think I have cast off forever.
Do you mark that?
I cannot be so partial, Goneril. To the great love I bear you.
Pray you content. What Oswald? You knave, more fool! After your master!
Uncle Lear, Terry, take the fool with thee.
This man hath had good counsel. 100 knights. 'Tis safe and politic to let him keep at point 100 knights. Yes, that on every dream, each buzz, each fancy, complaint, dislike, he may enguard his dotage with their powers, and hold our lives in mercy. Oswald, I say!
Well, you may fear too far.
Safer than to trust too far. I know his heart. What he hath uttered I have writ my sister, and if she sustain him and his 100 knights when I have shown the unfitness... How now, Oswald? What, have you writ that letter to my sister?
Aye, madam.
Take you some company, and away to horse. Get you gone, and hasten your return. No, no, my lord. This milky gentleness and course of yours, though I condemn not, yet under pardon you are much more attasked for want of wisdom than praised for harmful mildness.
How far your eyes may pierce, I cannot tell. Striving for better oft, we mar what's well.
Nay.
Well! Well, the event.
Go you before with this letter. Acquaint my daughter no further with anything you know than comes from her demand out of the letter. If your diligence be not speedy, I'll get there for you.
I shall not sleep, my lord, until I have delivered your letter.
If a man's brains were in his heels, we're not in danger of kibes.
Aye, boy.
Well, then I prithee be merry. Thy wit shall not go slipshod. Shalt see thy other daughter will use thee kindly. For though she's as like this, as a crab's like an apple, yet I can tell what I can tell.
What canst tell, boy?
She will taste as like this as a crab does to a crab. Canst tell why one's nose stands in the middle on's face?
No.
Why, to keep one's eyes of either side's nose. That what a man cannot smell out, he may spy into.
I did her wrong.
Canst tell how an oyster makes his shell?
No.
Nor I neither. But I can tell why a snail has a house.
Why?
Why, to put its head in. Not to give it away to his daughters and leave his horns without a case.
I will forget my nature. Be the horses ready.
Oh, thy asses are gone about him. The reason why the 7 stars are no more than 7 is a pretty reason.
Because they are not 8?
Yes, indeed. Thou wouldst make a good fool.
Take it again, perforce! Monster ingratitude!
If thou art my fool, nuncle, I'd have thee beaten for being old before thy time.
How's that?
Thou shouldst not have been old till thou hadst been wise.
Oh, let me not be mad. Not mad, sweet heaven. Keep me in temper, I would not be mad. How now, are the horses ready?
Ready, my lord.
Come.
Save thee, Curran.
And you, sir. I've been with your mother and given her notice that the Duke of Cornwall and Regan his Duchess will be with her here this night.
How comes that?
Oh, nay, I know not. You have heard of the news abroad. I mean the whispered ones?
Not I. Pray you, what are they?
Have you heard of no likely wars towards twixt the Dukes of Cornwall and Albany?
Not a word.
You will do then, in time. Fare thee well, sir.
The Duke be here tonight? The better best. This weaves itself perforce into my business. My mother has set guard to take my brother, and I have one thing of a queasy question which I must act. Brother, a word, descend. Brother, I say. My mother is watching. Oh, sir, fly this place. Intelligence is given where you are hid. Have you not spoken against the Duke of Cornwall? He's coming hither, and Regan with him. Have you nothing said upon his part against the Duke of Albany? Advise yourself.
I am sure in it, not a word.
I hear my mother coming. Pardon me. In cunning, I must draw my sword upon you. Draw! Seem to defend yourself. Now quit ye well. Yield! Light! Ho! Here! Torches! Torches! Quit ye well, brother. Fly! So farewell! Some blood drawn on me would beget opinion of my more fierce endeavor. Mother! Mother, stop! Stop!
Now, Edmund, where's the villain?
There he stood, his sharp sword out, muttering of wicked charms.
But where is he?
Fled this way. Look, I bleed.
Where is the villain, Edmund?
Fled this way, where by no means he could...
Pursue him! Oh, go after! By no means what?
Persuade me to the murder of your ladyship. Seeing now, loathly opposite I stood his unnatural purpose. He charged home my unprovided body, lashed mine arm. And when he saw my best Illyrium spirits, bold in the quarrel's right, roused to the encounter, full suddenly he fled.
Let him fly far. Not in this land shall he remain uncaught. And found, dispatch. The Duke, my noble master, my worthy arch and patron comes tonight. By his authority I'll proclaim it, that he who finds them will deserve our thanks, bringing the murderous coward to the stake, he that conceals him, death. Hark, the Duke's trumpets. I know not why he comes. All ports I'll bar, the villain shall not scape. And of my lands, loyal and natural boy, I'll work the means to make thee capable.
How now, my noble friend? I've heard strange news.
If it be true, all vengeance comes too short which can pursue the offender. How dost, my lady?
Oh, madam, my old heart is cracked.
What? Did my father's godson seek your life? He whom my father named your Edgar?
Oh, lady, shame would have hid it.
Was he not companion with the riotous knights that tended upon my father?
I do not know, madam.
Yes, madam, he was of that consort.
'Tis no marvel then, though he were ill affected. 'Tis they have put him on the old woman's death, to have the expense and waste of her revenues. I have this present evening from my sister been well informed of them, and with such cautions that if they come to sojourn at my house, I'll not be there.
Nor I, assure thee, Regan. Edmund, I hear you have shown your mother childlike office.
Sir, it was my duty.
He did bewray his practice, and received this hurt here, striving to apprehend him.
Is he pursued?
Aye, my good lord.
If he be taken, he shall never more be feared of doing harm. For you, Edmund, whose virtue and obedience doth this instant commend itself, you shall be ours. Natures of such deep trust we shall much need. You first we seize on.
I do serve you in this business.
Oh, for him I thank your grace.
You know not why we're here.
Thus out of season, threading dark-eyed night, occasions, noble Gloucester, wherein we must have use of your advice. Our father, he hath writ, so hath our sister, of differences which I thought best fit to answer from our home. My dear old friend, lay comforts to your bosom, and bestow your needful counsel to our businesses which craves the instant use.
I serve you, madam. Your graces are right welcome.
To thee, friend. Art of this house?
Aye.
Where may we set our horses?
I' the mire.
Prithee, if thou lovest me, tell me.
I love thee not.
Well, then I care not for thee. Why dost thou use me thus? I know thee not.
Fellow, I know thee.
What dost thou know me for?
A knave, a rascal, a base, proud, shallow, beggarly, three-suited, 100-pound, worsted-stocking knave. A lily-livered, action-taking, horse and glass-gazing, super-serviceable, finical rogue. One that art nothing, but the composition of a knave, beggar, coward, pander, and the son and heir of a mongrel bitch. One whom I will beat into clamorous whining if thou deniest the least syllable of thy addition.
Why, what a monstrous fellow art thou! Thus to rail on one that is neither known of thee nor knows thee?
What a brazen-faced varlet art thou to deny thou knowest me! Is it not 2 days since I tripped up thy heels and beat thee before the king? Draw, you rogue!
Away, I have nothing to do with thee.
Draw, you rascal! You come with letters against the king! Draw, you rogue, or else I'll carbon out of your shanks!
Help!
Draw, you rogue! Come your ways!
Help! Oh, murder, help!
How now? What's the matter?
Part!
With you, Goodman boy, if you please, come on, young merciful
What
flesh!
pins arms? What's the matter?
He dies that strikes again. What is the matter?
The messenger from our sister and the king.
What is your difference? Speak!
I'm scarce in breath, my lord.
No wonder you so bestirred your valor. A tailor made thee. A stonecutter or a painter could not have made him so ill had he been but 2 years of the trade.
Speak yet. How grew your quarrel? You beastly knave. Know you no reverence?
Aye, sir, but anger hath the privilege.
Why art thou angry?
That such a man as this should wear a sword that wears no honesty.
How foul you out? Say that.
No contraries exist with such more antipathy than I in such a knave.
Why dost thou call him a knave? What is his fault?
His countenance likes me not.
No more perchance does mine. Nor his. Nor hers.
Sir, 'tis my occupation to be plain. I have seen in my day better faces than stand on any shoulder I see here before me.
This is some fellow who, having been praised for bluntness, doth affect a saucy roughness. He, an honest mind and plain. He must speak the truth, and they will take it so, for if not, he is plain.
I know, sir, I am no flatterer. He that beguiled you in a plain accent is a plain knave, which for my part I'll not be, though I might entreat your displeasure to entreat me to it.
What was the offense you gave him?
I never gave him any. It pleased the king, his master, very late to strike at me upon his misconstruction, when he, compact and flattering his displeasure, tripped me behind, being down, insulted, railed, and put upon him such a deal of man, and in the fleshment of this dread exploit, drew on me here again.
Fetch forth the stocks! You stubborn knave. You reverend braggart will teach you yet.
Call not your stocks for me, sir. I'm too old to learn. I serve the king. You shall do him no small justice, stalking his messenger.
Fetch forth the stocks! As I have life and honor, there shall he sit until noon.
Till noon? Till night, my lord, and all night too.
Why, madam, were I your father's dog, you would not use me so.
Being his knave, sir, I will.
This is a fellow of the self-same color our sister spoke of. Come, bring away the stocks!
Let me beseech your grace not to do so. The king, his master, needs must think it ill that he so slightly valued in his messenger should have him thus restrained. Oh.
My sister may receive it much more worse to have her gentleman assaulted, abused for following her affairs, put in his legs.
Come, my lady. Away.
Oh, I am sorry for thee, friend. 'Tis the Duke's pleasure, whose disposition all the world well knows will not be rubbed nor stopped. I will entreat for thee.
Pray do not, madam. I have watched and traveled hard. Some of the time I shall sleep out, the rest I'll whistle.
The Duke's to blame in this. 'Twill be ill taken.
Approach thou, beacon, to this underglobe, that by thy comfortable beams I might peruse this letter. I know 'tis from Cordelia, whom thankfully has been informed of my obscured course. all weary and overwatched. Take vantage eyes not to behold this insult. Fortune, good night. Smile once more. Turn thy wheel.
I heard myself proclaimed, and by the happy hollow of a tree escaped the hunt. No port is free. No place that guard and most unusual vigilance does not attend my taking. Whiles I may scape, I will preserve myself, and am bethought to take the basest and most poorest shape that ever penury and contempt of man brought near to beast. My face, I'll grime with filth, blanket my loins, I'll fold my hairs in knots, and with presented nakedness, outface the winds and persecutions of the sky. The country gives me proof and precedent of bedlam beggars, who, with roaring voices, sometimes with lunatic bands, sometime with prayers, enforce their charity. Poor Turley God, poor Tom. That's something yet. Edgar, I nothing am.
'Tis strange that they should so depart from home, and not send back my messenger.
How does my noble lord?
Huh? Makest thou this shame thy pastime?
No, my lord.
He wears cruel garters. When a man's over lusty legs, then he wears wooden nether stocks.
What's he that hath so much thy place mistook to set thee here?
It is both he and she, your son and daughter.
No.
Yes.
No, I say.
I say yea.
No, they would not.
Yes, they have.
By Jupiter, I swear no.
By Juno, I swear I.
They durst not do it. They could not, would not do it. Resolve me with all modest haste which way thou mightst deserve, or they impose this usage coming from us.
My lord, when at their home I did commend your highness letters to them, ere I was risen from that spot which saw my duty kneeling, came there a reeking post, stewed in his haste, panting forth half breathless from Goneril his mistress' salutations, delivered letters which presently they read, straight took horse, commanded me to follow, gave me cold looks, and meeting here the same messenger, whose welcome I perceived had poisoned mine, being the very fellow of late who had displayed so saucily against your highness, having more man than wit about me, drew. He raised the house with loud and coward cries. Your son and daughter found that trespass worthy of the shame which here it suffers.
Thou shalt have as many dolours for thy daughters as thou canst tell in a year.
Well, where is this daughter?
With the countess, here within.
Follow me not. Stay here.
Made you no more offense but what you speak of?
None. How comes the king with so small a number?
And now it's been set at the stocks for that reason, that's well deserved it.
Why, fool?
I'd go thy hold when a great wheel runs down a hill, lest it break thy neck with following. But the great one that goes upward, let him draw thee after. When a wise man gives thee better counsel, give me mine again. I would have none but knaves follow it, since a fool gives it to that sir which serves and seeks for gain, and follows but for form, will pack when it begins to rain, and leave thee in the storm. But I will tarry, the fool will stay, and let the wise man fly. The knave turns fool that runs away, the fool no knave but I.
Where learned you this, fool?
Not at the stocks, fool.
Deny to speak with me. They are sick, they are weary, they have traveled all the night. Fetch me a better answer.
My dear lord, you know the fiery quality of the Duke.
Fiery? What quality? Why, Gloucester, I'd speak with the Duke of Cornwall and his wife.
Well, my good lord, I have informed them so.
Informed them? Dost thou understand me?
Ay, my good lord.
The king would speak with Cornwall. the dear father would with his daughter speak. Bid them come forth and hear me, or at their chamber door I'll beat the drum till it cries sleep to death.
I would have all well betwixt.
Oh, me, my heart, my rising heart, but down.
Cry to it, nuncle, as the cockney did to the eels when she put him in the paste alive. She napped them of the coxcombs with a stick and cried, "Down, muntins, down!" 'Twas her brother that in pure kindness to his horse buttered his hay. Oh.
Good morrow to you both.
Hail to your grace.
I'm glad to see your highness.
Regan, I think you are. If thou shouldst not be glad, I would divorce me from thy mother's tomb. Oh, sir, are you free? Well, some other time for that. Beloved Regan, thy sister's not. Oh, Regan, she hath tied sharp-toothed unkindness like a vulture here. Thou'lt not believe with how depraved a quality, oh, Regan.
I pray you, sir, take patience. I have hope you less know how to value her desert than she to scant her duty.
Say, how is that?
I cannot think my sister in the least would fail her obligation. If, sir, perchance she have restrained the riots of your followers, 'tis on such ground and to such wholesome end as clears her from all blame.
My curses on her!
Oh, sir, you are old. Nature in you stands on the very verge of his confine. You should be ruled and led by some discretion that discerns your state better than you yourself. Therefore, I pray you that to my sister you do make return. Say you have wronged her.
Oh, ask her forgiveness. Do you but mark how this becomes the house. Dear daughter, I confess that I am old. Age is unnecessary. On my knees I beg that you'll provide me raiment, bed, and food.
Good sir, no more. These are unsightly tricks. Return you to my sister.
Never, Regan. She hath abated me of half my train. Looked black upon me, struck me with her tongue most serpent-like upon the very heart. All the stored vengeances of heaven fall on her in grateful talk.
Fie, sir, fie.
You nimble lightnings, dart your blinding flames into her scornful eyes. Infect her beauty, you fen-sucked fogs, drawn by the powerful sun to fall and blister.
Oh, the blessed gods! So will you wish on me when the rash mood is on.
No, Regan, thou shalt never have my curse. Thy tender-hefted nature shall not give thee o'er to harshness. Her eyes are fierce, but thine do comfort and not burn. Thou better knowest the offices of nature, bond of childhood, effects of courtesy, dues of gratitude. Thy half of the kingdom hast thou not forgot, wherein I thee endowed.
Good sir, to the purpose.
Who put my man in the stocks?
What trumpet's that?
It's my sister's. I know it. This approves her letter that she would soon be here.
Who stalked my servant, O Regan? I have the good hope thou didst not know on it. Who comes here? Oh, heavens, if you do love old men, send down and take my part. Art not ashamed to look upon this beard? Oh, Regan, will you take her by the hand?
Why not by the hand, sir? How have I offended? Us not offense that indiscretion finds and dotage terms so?
Oh, sides, you are too tough. Will you yet hold? How came my man in the stocks?
I set him there, sir. But his own disorders deserved far less advancement.
You? Did you?
I pray you, father, being weak seems. If till the expiration of your month you'll return and sojourn with my sister, dismissing half your train, come then to me.
Return to her? And 50 men dismissed? No. Rather I abjure all roofs and choose to wage against the enmity of the air. To be a comrade with the wolf and owl, necessity's sharp pinch. return with her.
At your choice, sir.
I prithee, daughter, do not make me mad. I'll no more trouble thee, my child, farewell. We'll no more speak, no more see one another. But yet thou art my flesh, my blood, my daughter. Or rather a disease that's in my flesh, which I must needs call mine. Thou art a boil, a plague sore or embossed carbuncle in my corrupted blood. But I'll not chide thee. I can be patient. I can stay with Regan, I and my 100 knights.
Not altogether so. I have not looked for you yet, nor am provided for your fit welcome. Give ear, sir, to my sister. For those that mingle reason with your passions must be content to think you old, and so... She knows what she does.
Is this well spoken?
I dare avouch it, sir. What? 50 followers? Is it not well? What should you need of more? Yea, or so many sit that both charge and danger speak against so great a number.
Why might not you, sir, receive attendance from those she calls servants? Or from mine?
Why not, my lord? If then they chance to slack ye, we could control them. Should you come to me, I entreat you to bring but 25. To no more will I give place or notice.
I gave you all!
And in good time you gave it.
Made you my guardians, my depositories, but kept a reservation to be followed in such a number. What, must I come to you with 25? Regan said you so.
And speak again, my lord. No more with me.
I'll go with thee. Thy 50 yet doth double 25, and thou art twice her love.
Hear me, my lord. What need you with 25? 10 or 5? To follow in a house where twice so many have command to tend you.
What need one?
Oh, reason not the need! Our basest beggars are in the poorest things superfluous. Allow not nature more than nature needs. Man's life is cheap as beasts. Thou art a lady. If only to go warm were gorgeous, why, nature needs not what thou gorgeous wear'st, which scarcely keeps thee warm. But for true need, oh, you heavens, give me that patience. Patience I need. You see me here, you gods, a poor old man, as full of grief as age, wretched in both. If it be you that stirs these daughters' hearts against their father, fool me not so much to bear it tamely. Touch me with noble anger, and let not women's weapons water drops stain these men's cheeks. Oh, no, you unnatural hags! I will have such revenges on you both that all the world shall. I will do such things. What they are yet, I know not. But they shall be the terrors of the earth. You think I'll weep? No, I'll not weep. I have full cause of weeping, but this heart shall break into 100,000 flaws, or ere I'll weep. Oh, fool, I shall go back.
Come, let us withdraw. Will be a storm.
This house is little. The old man and his people cannot be well bestowed.
'Tis his own blame. Hath put himself from rest, and must need taste his folly.
For his particular, I'll receive him gladly, but not one follower.
going?
He calls to horse, but will I know not whither?
'Tis best to give him way. He leads himself.
My lady, entreat him by no means to stay.
Alack, the night comes on, and the high winds do sorely ruffle him. For miles about there's scarce a bush.
Oh, lady, to willful men the injuries that they themselves procure must be their schoolmaster.
Shut up your doors, my lady. 'Tis a wild night. My Regan counsels well. Come out of the storm.
One-minded like the weather, most unquietly.
I know you. Where's the king?
Contending with the fretful elements, bids the wind blow the earth into the sea, or curl the troubled waters above the main, that things might change or cease.
But who is with him?
None but the fool, who labors to outjust his heart-struck injuries.
Sir, I do know you, and dare upon the warrant of my note commend a dear thing to you. There is division, although as yet the face of it is covered with mutual cunning twixt Albany and Cornwall, who have servants, who see no less, that are to France, the spies and speculations intelligent to our state. But true it is. From France there comes a power into our scattered kingdom, who are already have secret feet in some of our best ports, and are at point to show their open banner. Now to you. If on my credit you will make your haste towards Dover, you will find some there that will thank you, making just report of how unnatural and bemadding sorrow the king hath cause to plain.
I will speak further with you.
No, do not. For confirmation that I am more than my outlaw, open this purse and take what it contains. If you shall see Cordelia, as fear not, but you shall, show her this ring, and she will tell you who that man is that yet you do not know. Fie on this storm! I will go seek the king.
Alack, Edmund, I like not this unnatural dealing. When I did desire their leave to pity him, he took from me the use of mine own house, charged me on pain of perpetual displeasure, neither to speak of him, or entreat for him, or any way sustain him.
Most savage and unnatural.
Go to, say nothing. There is division between the dukes, and a worse matter than that. The helpless knight received the letter. 'Tis dangerous to be spoken. I have locked the letter in my closet. These injuries the king now bears will be revenged home. There is part of a power already footed. We must incline to the king. I will look him and privily relieve him. Go you and maintain talk with the duke, that my charity be not perceived of him. If I die for it, this is no less threatening. My king, my old master will be relieved. There are strange things toward Edmund. Oh, pray you be careful.
This courtesy forbid thee. Shall the Duke instantly know? Hand up that letter, too. This seems a fair deserving, and shall draw me that which my mother loses, no less than all.
Oh, winds, and crack your cheeks! Rage blow! You cataracts and hurricanos! Spout till you have drenched our steebles, drowned the cocks! You sulphurous and thought-executing fires, vaunt couriers of oak, cleaving thunderbolts, singe my white head! Now, all shrieking thunder, strike flat the thick rotundity of the world, crack Nature's molds all germinate still at once that makes ingrateful man.
Nuncle, good nuncle, ask thy daughter's blessing. Here's a knight pities neither wise men nor fools.
Rumble thy belly full! Spit! Fire! Spout! Rain! For rain, wind, thunder, fire are my daughters. I tax not you, you elements, with unkindness. I never gave you kingdom, called you children. You only know subscription. Then let fall your horrible pleasure. Here I stand, your slave, a poor, infirm, weak, and despised old man. But yet I'll call you servile ministers, and will, with two pernicious daughters, join your high-engendered battle against a head so old and white as this.
There! Mary! Here's grace and a codpiece. That's a wise man and a fool.
Oh, sir, are you here? Since I was mad in such sheets of fire, such bursts of horrid thunder, such groans of wind and rain, I never remember to have heard.
Let the great gods that keep this dreadful putter o'er our heads find out their enemies now. Tremble, thou wretch, with us within the undivulged crimes unwhipped of justice. Close, pent-up guilt. Rive your concealing continents and cry your dreadful summoner's grace. I am a man more sinned against than sinning.
Gracious, my lord, hard by here there's a hovel. Some friendship will it lend you against the tempest.
Oh, my wits begin to turn. Come on, my boy. How dost, my boy? Art cold? I am cold myself. Where is this straw, my fellow? The art of our necessities is strange, and can make vile things precious. Come, here, hovel. Oh, poor knave and fool. I have one part in my heart that's sorry yet for thee.
He that has and a little tiny wit, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, must make content with his fortune's fit, though the rain it raineth every day.
Good boy, come and bring us to this hovel.
Here's the place. Pray, please, sir, go inside. Tyranny of the open night is too rough for nature to endure.
Let me alone.
Would my lord enter?
Wilt break my heart?
I had rather break mine own. Good, my lord, enter here.
Thou think'st 'tis much that this contentious storm invades us to the skin? So 'tis to thee. But where the greater malady is fixed, the lesser is scarce felt. The tempest in my mind doth from my senses take all feeling else, save what beats there. In such a night to shut me out! Pour on! I will endure! Oh, Regan Goneril, your poor kind father, whose frank heart gave all! Oh, that way madness lies. Let me shun that, no more of that.
Good, my lord, enter here.
In, boy, go first. I'll pray, and then I'll sleep. Poor naked wretches, wheresoe'er you be, abide the pelting of this pitiless storm. How may your unfed sides and unhoused heads, your looped and windowed raggedness defend you from seasons such as these? Oh, I have ta'en too little care of this. Take physic, pomp! Expose thyself to feel what wretches feel, that thou mayst shake the superflux to them and show the heavens more just.
Poor Help! There's a spirit! Help me! Help me!
Come, give me your hand. Who's there?
A spirit! A spirit! He says his name's Poor Tom!
What art thou that must crumble there the straw? Come, show thyself.
Away! Away! The foul fiend follows me! Through the sharp hawthorn blow the winds. Go to thy bed and warn me.
Didst thou give all to thy daughters, and art thou come to this?
Who gives anything to poor Tom, whom the foul fiend hath led through fire and through flame, through ford and whirlpool, or bog and quagmire? Bless thy 5 wits, Tom's a cold. Bless thee from whirlwinds, star blasting and taking. Do poor Tom some charity, whom the foul fiend vexes. There could I have him now. And there. And there again.
Is it his daughters has brought him to this pass? Couldst thou save nothing? Wouldst thou give him all?
Nay, he reserved a blanket, else we had all been shaved.
He hath no daughters, my lord.
Oh, nothing could have subdued nature to such a lowness but his unkind daughters. Is it the fashion that discarded fathers should have thus little mercy on their flesh? Judicious punishment. 'Twas his flesh begot those pelican daughters.
Pillicock sat on Pillicock Hill. Hello! Hello! Lou! Lou!
This cold night will turn us all to fools and madmen.
Take heed of the foul fiend. Obey thy parents. Swear not. Commit not with man's sworn spouse. Set not thy sweetheart on proud array. Tom's a cold.
What hast thou been?
A serving man, proud in heart and mind, that served the lust of my mistress's heart and did the act of darkness with her. Swore as many oaths as I spake words, and broke them in the sweet face of heaven. Wine loved I deeply, diced dearly, and in women out paramored the Turk. Hog in sloth, fox in stealth, wolf in greediness, lion in madness. Keep thy foot out of brothels, thy hand out of plackets, thy pen from lenders' books, and defy the foul fiend.
Thou wert better in a grave than to answer with thy uncovered body this extremity of the skies. Is man no more than this? Consider him well. Thou owest the worm no silk, the beast no hide, the sheep no wool, the cat no perfume. Here's 3 honest are sophisticated. Thou art the thing itself. Unaccommodated man is no more but such a poor bare forked animal as thou art. Off, you lemmings! Have nothing here.
Prithee, uncle, be contented. 'Tis a naughty night to swim in. Look, here comes a walking fire.
Who's there? What wouldst thou?
What are you there? Your name?
Poor Tom! That eats the swimming frog, the toad, the tadpole, the walrus, and the water. That in the fury of his heart, when the foul fiend rages, eats cow dung for salads, swallows the old rat and the ditch dog, drinks the green mantle of the standing pool, horse to ride and weapon to wear, but mice and rats and such small deer have been Tom's food for 7 long years. Beware my follower. Peace, smoking! Peace, thou fiend!
Hath your grace no better company?
The Princess of Darkness is a gentleman. Modo he's called, and Mahu.
Our flesh and blood, my lord, hath grown so vile that it doth hate what gets it.
Poor Tom's a cold.
Go in with me. My duty cannot suffer to obey in all your daughter's hard commands. injunction be to bar my doors and let this tyrannous night take hold of you. Yet I have ventured to come seek you out and bring you to where both food and fire is ready.
Let me talk first with this philosopher. What is the cause of thunder?
Good my lord, take her off or go into the house.
Let me ask you one word in private.
Importune him once more to go inside. His wits begin to unsettle.
Oh, canst thou blame him? His daughters seek his death. I tell thee, friend, I'm almost mad myself. I had a son. Now, outlawed from my blood. He sought my life, but verily, very late. I loved him, friend. No mother her son more. True to tell ye, the grief hath crazed my wits. Oh, what a night this! I do beseech your grace!
Oh, cry you mercy. Noble philosopher, your company.
Jobs are cold.
Well, in, fellow, there, in the hovel.
Come, let's in all. I will keep still with my philosopher.
Come along, sirrah. Go with us.
Come, good Athenian.
Child rolled into the dark tower came. His word was still 5, 4, and firm. I smell the blood of a Britishman.
I will have my revenge ere I depart her house. How malicious is my fortune that I must repent to be just. This is a letter which she spoke of, which approves her an intelligent party to the advantages of France. Oh, that this letter were not I, the detector. Go with me to the Duchess. If the matter of this paper be certain, you have mighty business in hand. True or false, it hath made thee Earl of Gloucester. Go seek out where thy traitorous mother is, that she may be ready for apprehension. I will persever in my course of loyalty, though the conflict be sore between that and my blood.
I will lay trust upon thee.
Here is better than open air. Take it thankfully. I will not be long from you.
The gods reward your kindness.
Frederico calls me, and tells me Nero is an angler in the lake of darkness. Pray, innocent, and beware the foul fiend.
Prithee, uncle, tell me whether a madman be a gentleman or a yeoman.
A king! A king! To have 1,000 with red burning spits come hissing in upon him!
The foul fiend bites my back.
It shall be done. I will arraign them straight. Come, sit thou here, most learned justice thou, sapient sir. Sit here. Now, you she-foxes!
Look where he stands and glares. What's thou eyes at trial, madam?
How do you, sir, now? Will you lie down and rest a while?
I'll see their trial first. Come, thou robed man of justice, sit thou here, thou his yoke fellow of equity, bench by his side. You are of the commission, sit you too.
Let us deal justly.
Arraign her straight. 'Tis Goneril. I here take my oath before this honorable assembly. Kicked the poor king, her father.
Come hither, mistress. Is your name Goneril?
She cannot deny it.
Oh, cry you mercy. I took you for a joint stool.
And here's another, whose warped Looks proclaim what store her heart is made on. Stop her there! Oh, that false injustice and why shall let escape?
Bless thy fine wings.
Oh, pity, sir, where is that patience that so oft you have boasted to retain?
My tears begin to take his part so much they mar my counterfeiting.
Oh, the little dogs and all. Trey, Blanche, and Sweetheart, see, they laugh at me, they bark at me.
Tom will throw his head at them. Oh, avaunt, you curs!
Let them anatomize Regan. Let them see what breeds about her heart. What is there any cause in nature which makes these hard hearts?
Good, my lord. Lie down here and rest.
Oh. Make no noise. Make no noise. Draw the curtain. So we'll go to supper in the morning.
And I'll go to bed at noon.
Come hither, friend. Where is the king, my master?
Here, he sleeps, but do not wake him. His wits are gone.
My friend, prithee take him in thy arms. I have overheard a plot of death upon him. There is a litter waiting. Lie him in it, and drive toward Dover, friend, where thou shalt meet welcome and protection. Take up thy master. If thou shouldst dally half an hour, his life and thine and all who offer to defend him stand in assured loss. Take up, and follow me.
Oppressive nature sleeps. Come, help to bear thy master. You must not be left behind.
Come away.
How light and portable my pain seems now, when that which makes me bend makes the king bow. Be childed as I mother it. Tom, away. Mark the high noises and thyself bewray, when false opinion, whose wrong thoughts defile thee, in thy just proof repeals and reconciles thee. What more we'll have tonight? Safe scape the king.
Post speedily to my lord your husband. Show him this letter. The armies of France have landed. Go and seek the traitor Gloucester.
Hang her instantly.
Pluck out her eyes.
Leave her to my displeasure. Edmund, keep you our sister company. The revenges we are bound to act upon your traitorous mother are not fit for your beholding. Go and seek the traitor Gloucester! Pinion her like a thief! Bring her before us! Though well, we may not act upon her life without some form of justice. Let our power do a courtesy to our wrath, which men may blame, yet not control. Who's there? The traitor?
Ingrateful fox, 'tis she.
Bind fast her corky arms.
What means your graces? Good my friends, consider you are my guests. Do me no foul play.
Bind her, I say!
Hard. Hard! Oh, filthy traitor.
Unmerciful lady as you are, on none.
To this chair. Bind her, I say.
Oh, naughty lady. I am your host. What will you do?
Come, mistress. What letters had you late from France?
Be simple answered, for we know the truth.
And what confederacy have you with the traitors late footed in the kingdom?
To whose hands you have sent the lunatic king? Speak!
I have a letter guessingly set down by, which comes from one who's not opposed.
Cunning.
And false.
Where hast thou sent the king?
To Dover.
Wherefore to Dover? Was there not charge?
Wherefore to Dover? Let her answer that.
I am tied to the stake and must stand the course.
Wherefore to Dover?
Because I would not see thy cruel nails pluck out his poor old eyes, nor thy fair sister stick in his anointed flesh boorish fangs. But I might live to see vengeance on these horrid children.
See it? Thou shalt never. Upon these eyes of thine I'll set my foot.
Oh, he that will think to live till he be old, give me some help. Oh, cruel! Oh, ye gods!
One eye'll mock another. The other two.
If you see vengeance...
Hold your hand, my lord. I've served you ever since I was a child. But better service have I never done you than now to bid you hold.
How now, you dog?
You did wear a beard upon your chin, I'd shake it on this quarrel. What do you mean?
My villain?
Nay then, come on, and take the chance of anger.
Peasants, stand up thus!
I'm slain. My lady, you still have one eye left to see some vengeance!
If you, lest it see more, prevent it.
Where is thy luster now?
Oh, dark and comfortless. Where is my son, Edmund? Oh, Edmund, enkindle all the sparks of nature to quit this horrid act.
Out, treacherous villain! Thou call'st on him that hates thee. 'Twas he that made the overture of thy treasons to us. He who's too good to pity thee.
Oh, my folly. That girl was a beaut.
Go thrust her out at the gates. Let her smell her way to Dover.
How is it, my lord?
I never said to hurt. Turn out that eyeless villain! Throw this slave upon the dunghill! Regan, I bleed apace. Give me your arm.
I'll never care what wickedness I do, if this man come to good.
If she live long and in the end meet the old course of death, women will all turn monsters.
Let's follow the old countess and get the bedlam to lead her where he would. His roguish madness allows itself to anything.
Go thou. I'll fetch some flax and whites of eggs to apply to her bleeding face. Now heaven help her.
Yet better thus, and known to be contemned, than still contemned and flattered. Welcome then, thou unsubstantial air that I embrace. The wretch which thou hast blown unto the worst owes nothing to thy blasts. But who comes here? My mother? Poorly led? World, oh world.
My good lady, I have been your tenant and your father's tenant these 80 years.
Away, get thee away, good friend, be gone. Thy comforts can do me no good at all. Thee they may hurt.
You cannot see your way.
I have no way. Therefore I need no eyes. I stumbled when I saw. Oh, dear son, Edgar, the food of thy abused mother's wrath. Might I but live to see thee in my touch, I'd say I had eyes again.
How now? Who's there?
God, who can say I am at the worst? I am worse than e'er I was.
'Tis poor mad Tom.
Is it a beggar man?
Beggar and a madman.
The last night's storm, as such a fellow saw, which made me think a man a worm. My son came then into my mind. As lies to wanton boys are we to the gods. They kill us for their sport.
Bless thee, my lady.
Is that the naked fellow?
Aye, my lady.
Prithee, get thee gone. Do it for my sake. And to lead us a handsome mile or twain of the roadway toward Dover. Do it for ancient love, and bring some covering for this naked soul, which I'll entreat to leave me.
My lady, he is mad.
'Tis the time's plague when madmen lead the blind. Now do as I bid. Or rather do thy pleasure. Above the rest, be gone.
I will bring him the best apparel that I have. Come on't what will.
Sirrah, naked fellow.
Tom's a cold.
Come hither, fellow.
Bless thy sweet eyes, they bleed.
Dost thou know the way to Dover?
Both stile and gate, horseway and footpath.
Here, take this purse. Thou whom the heavens have humbled to all strokes. Heavens deal so still. Let the superfluous and lust-dieted man that slaves your ordinance and will not see because he does not feel it quickly. So should distribution undo excess, and each man have enough. Dost thou know Dover?
Aye, my lady.
There is a cliff whose high and bending head looks fearfully into the confined deep. Bring me but to the very brim of it. From that place I will no leading need.
Give me thy arm. Poor Tom shall lead thee.
Welcome, my lord. I marvel our mild husband met us not on the way. Now, where's your master?
Madam, within, but never man so changed. I told him of the army that was landed. He smiled at it. I told him you were coming. His answer was the worse. Of Gloucester's treachery in the loyal service of her son, when I informed him, then he called me sot, and told me I had turned the wrong side out. What most he should dislike seems pleasant to him. What like, offensive.
Then shall you go no further. 'Tis the cowish terror of his spirit that dares not undertake. Our wishes on the way may prove effects. Back, Edmund, to my brother. Hasten his musters and conduct his powers. This trusty servant shall pass between us. Ere like you are long to hear, if you dare venture in your own behalf, a mistress's command. Wear this. Spare speech. Decline thy head. This kiss, if it durst speak, will thrust thy spirit into the air. Conceive and fare thee well.
Yours, in the ranks of death.
Oh, my dear Gloucester. Oh, the difference of man and man. To thee, a woman's services are due. My fool usurps my body.
Madam, here comes my lord.
I have been worth the whistle.
Goneril, you are not worth the dust which the rude wind blows in your face. I fear your disposition. That nature which contemns its origin cannot be bordered certain in itself. She that herself will sliver and branch from her material sap perforce must wither and come to deadly use.
Nay, more, the text is foolish.
Wisdom and goodness to the vile seem vile. Filth savor but themselves. What have you done? Tigers, not daughters, what have you performed? If that the heavens do not their visible spirits send quickly down to tame these vile offenses, it will come. Humanity must perforce prey on itself, like monsters of the deep.
Milk-livered man, who bearst a cheek for blows, a head for wrongs, who hast not in thy brow an eye discerning thine honor from thy suffering. Where's thy drum? France spreads his banners in our noiseless land. With plumed helm thy state begins to threat, whilst thou, a moral fool, sits still and cries, alack, why does he so?
See thyself, devil! Worth my fitness to let these hands obey my blood. They are apt enough to dislocate and tear thy flesh and bones. However thou art a fiend, a woman's shape doth shield thee.
Marry thy manhood.
What news?
Oh, my good lord. The Duke of Cornwall's dead. Slain by his servant, going to put out the other eye of Gloucester.
Gloucester's eyes?
A servant that she bred, thrilled with remorse, opposed against the act, and bending his sword to his great master, who thereat enraged flew on him, and amongst them felled him dead, but not without that harmful stroke which since hath plucked him after.
This shows you are above. You justicers, that these are other crimes so speedily can venge. But oh, poor Gloucester, lost she her other eye?
Both. Both, my lord. This letter, madam, craves a speedy answer. 'Tis from your sister.
One way I like this well, but her being widow, and my Gloucester with her, may all the building and my fancy pluck upon my hateful life. I'll read and answer.
Where was her son when they did take her eyes?
Come with my lady hither.
Knows he the wickedness?
Aye, my good lord. 'Twas he informed against her, and quit the house on purpose that their punishment might serve the freer course.
Gloucester, I live to thank thee for the love thou showest the king, and to revenge thine eyes. Come hither, friend. Tell me more what thou knowest.
Why, he was met even now as mad as the vexed rank fumitor and furrow weeds, darnel and all the idle weeds that grow in our sustaining corn. A sentry sent forth, search every acre in the high-grown field, and bring him to our eye. What can man's wisdom in the restoring his bereaved sense? He that helps him take all my outward worth.
News, madam. The British powers are marching hitherward.
Our preparation stands in expectation of them. Oh, dear father, it is thy business that I go about. Therefore great France my mourning and importuned tears hath pitied. No blown ambition doth our arms incite, but love, dear love, and our aged father's right. Soon may I hear and see him.
But are my brother's power set forth?
Aye, madam.
Himself in person there?
Madam, with much ado, your sister is the better soldier.
Lord Edmund spake not with your lord at home?
No, madam.
What might import my sister's letter to him?
I know not, lady.
Faith, he is posted hence on serious matter. 'Twas great ignorance Gloucester's eyes being out to let her live. Where she arrives, she moves all hearts against us. Edmund, I think, is gone in pity of her misery to dispatch her knighted life. Moreover, to descry the strength of the enemy.
I must needs after him, madam, with my letter.
Our troops set forth tomorrow. Stay with us. The ways are dangerous.
I may not, madam. My lady charged my duty in this business.
Why should she write to Edmund? Might not you transport her purpose by word? I'll love thee much. Let me unseal the letter.
Madam,
I know your lady does not love her husband. Of this I am sure. And at her late being here, she gave strange Iliads and most speaking looks to noble Edmund. I know you are of her bosom.
I, madam?
I speak in understanding you are. I know it. Therefore, I do advise you take this note. My lord is dead. Edmund and I have talked, and more convenient is he for my hand than for your lady's. You may gather more. And if you do find him, pray you give him this. And when your lady hears thus much from you, I pray desire her, call her wisdom to her. So farewell. If you do chance to hear of that blind traitor, preferment falls on him that cuts her off.
Would I could meet her, madam. I should show what party I do follow.
So fare you well.
When shall we come to the top of that same hill?
You do climb up it now. Look how we labor.
Methinks the ground is even.
Horrible steep. Hark, do you hear the sea?
No, truly.
Why then your other senses grow imperfect by your eyes' anguish.
So may it be.
Come on, lady. Here's the place. Stand still. Oh, how fearful and dizzy 'tis to cast one's eyes so low. The crows and choughs that wing the midway air show scarce so gross as beetles. The fishermen that walk upon the beach appear like mice. Oh, I'll look no more, lest my brain turn and the deficient sight topple down headlong.
Set me where you stand.
Give me your hand. You are now within a foot of the extreme verge.
Let go of my hand. Go thou further off. Bid me farewell and let me hear thee going.
Now fare ye well, good lady.
With all my heart.
Why I do trifle thus with her despair is done to cure it.
Oh, ye mighty gods. This world I do renounce, and in thy sights shake patiently my great affliction off. If Edgar live, Oh, bless him. Now, fare you well.
Alive or dead? Who are you, friend?
Hear you, lady, speak. Yet she revives.
What are you, lady?
Away, let me die.
Hadst thou been aught but gossamer, feathers, air, so many fathom down precipitating, thou shivered like an egg, but thou dost breathe. Bleats not, speaks, starts sound.
10 masts at each make not the altitude which thou hast perpendicularly found. Thy life's a miracle. Speak yet again.
But have I fallen or no?
From the dread summit of this chalky bourne, do but look up.
Lack I have no eyes. His wretchedness denied that benefit to end itself by death.
Give me your arm. Give me your arm. Up. So, how is? Feel you your legs? You stand.
Too well. Too well.
This is above all strangeness. Therefore, thou happy lady, think that the clearest gods who make them honors of men's impossibilities have preserved thee.
I do bethink it. Henceforth I'll bear affliction, till it do cry out itself, enough, enough, and die.
Bear free and patient thoughts. But who comes here?
No, they cannot touch me for coining. I'm the king himself.
Oh, the side-piercing sight.
Nature's above art in that respect. There's your press money. Look! Look! A mouse! Peace. This piece of toasted cheese will do it. There's my gauntlet. I'll prove it on a giant. Oh, well flown bird. Say the word.
Sweet Marjorie.
Hot.
No, that voice.
What? Goneril with a white head? Huh. They flattered me like a dog to say aye and no to everything that I said. Go to. They're not men of their words. They told me I was everything. 'Tis a lie. I am not egg-proof.
The trick of that voice I do remember is not the king.
Aye, every inch a king. When I do stare, see how that subject quakes. I pardon that man's life. What was thy cause? Adultery? Thou shalt not die. Die for adultery? No. The wren goes to it. The small gilded fly does lecher in my sight. Let copulation thrive, for Gloucester's bastard's son was kinder to his mother than my daughter's got between the lawful sheets. To it, luxury, pell-mell, for I lack soldiers. Give me an ounce of civet weak apothecary to sweeten my imagination. Here's money for thee.
Let me kiss that hand.
Oh, let me wipe it first. It smells of mortality.
Oh, ruined piece of nature. This great world shall so wear out to naught. Dost thou know me?
I remember thine eyes well enough. Read thou this challenge. Mark but the penning of it.
Were all thy letters suns, I could not see.
Read!
What? With the case of eyes?
Oh, are you there with me? No eyes in your head, no money in your purse. Your eyes are in a heavy case, your purse in a light. Yet you see how this world goes.
I see it feelingly.
What? Art mad? A man may see how this world goes with no eyes. Hark! With thine ear. See how yon justice rails upon yon simple thief. Hark with thine ear. Change places. And handy dandy. Which is the justice? Which is the thief? Thou hast seen a farmer's dog bark at a beggar.
Aye, sir.
Creature, run from the cur. There, thou mightst behold the great image of authority. A dog's obeyed in office. Thou, rascal beetle, hold thy bloody hand. Why dost thou lash that whore? Thou hotly lusts to use her in that kind for which thou use her, whips thine own back. The usurer hangs the cousin her. Through tattered clothes, small vices do appear. Robes and fur gowns hide all. 50 glass eyes, and like a scurvy politician seem to see the things thou dost not.
Oh, matter and impertinency mixed, reason and madness.
Thou wilt weep my fortunes, take my eyes. I know thee well enough. Thy name is Gloucester. Thou must be patient. Thou knowest, the first time that we breathe the air, we wail and cry. We came crying hither, let me preach to thee. When we are born, we cry that we are come to this great stage of fools. It were a delicate stratagem to shoe a troop of horse with felt. I'll put it in proof. And when I have stolen upon these sons-in-law, then kill, 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 kill.
Lay hand upon him. Sir, your most dear daughter, Cordelia.
What? Rescue? No rescue? A prisoner? Oh, I am even the natural fool of fortune. Use me well, you shall have ransom. Oh, let me have surgeons. I am cut to the brains.
You shall have anything.
No seconds? For myself? I will die bravely, like a smug bridegroom. I will be jovial. Come. I am a king, masters. Know you that?
You are a royal one, and we obey you.
Ah, then there's life in it. You get it? You shall get it by running. Shata! Shata!
Sight most pitiful and the meanest wretch, past speaking of in a king.
Hail, gentle sir.
Sir, speed you. What's your pleasure?
Do you hear aught, sir, of a battle toward?
Most sure and vulgar.
But by your favor, how near is the other army?
Near and on speedy foot.
I thank you, sir, that's all.
Oh, you ever gentle God, take my breath from me. Let not my worser spirit tempt me to die before you.
Well pray you, lady.
Now, good sir, what are you?
A most poor man, made tame to fortune's blows, who by the art of known and feeling sorrows am pregnant to good pity. Give me thy hand. I'll lead you to some biding.
A hearty thanks.
A proclaimed pride, most happy, that eyeless head of thine that was first framed flesh to raise my fortunes. Thou old, unhappy traitor, briefly thyself remember, the sword is out that must destroy thee.
So let thy friendly hand put strength enough to it.
Wherefore, bold peasant, darest thou support a published traitor? Hence, lest the infection of her fortune take like hold on thee. Let go her arm.
Nay, come not near the old woman. Keep out, or I'll try whether your costard or my ballow be the harder.
Out! Dunghill! Slave! Thou hast slain me! Villain! Take my purse. If ever thou wilt thrive, bury my body. And give the letters which thou find'st about me to Edmund, Earl of Gloucester. Oh, untimely death!
A service of a villain, as duteous to the vices of thy mistress as badness would desire.
Is he dead?
Sit you down, lady, rest you. Let's see. These papers that he speaks of may be my friends. He's dead. I am only sorry he had no other destiny. Let us see. Let our reciprocal vows be remembered. You have many opportunities to cut him off. If your will want not, time and place will be fruitfully offered. There is nothing done if he return the conqueror, then am I the prisoner in his bed my jail. From the loathed warmth, whereof deliver me and supply the place for your labor. Your wife, so I would say, affectionate servant, Goneril? Applaud upon her virtuous husband's life. In the exchange, my brother. In the mature time, with this ungracious paper, I'll strike the sight of the death-practiced Duke. For him 'tis well that of thy death and business I can tell. Give me your hand, for oft methinks I hear the beating drum. Come, lady, I'll bestow you with a friend.
Kind gods, ensure this great breach in his abused nature.
Please your majesty that we may wake the king. He has slept long.
Be governed by your knowledge and proceed in this way of your own will.
Be by, good madam, when we do awake him. I doubt not of his temperance.
Very well. Oh, my dear father. Restoration, hang thy medicine on my lips, and let this kiss repair those violent harms that my two sisters have in thy reverence made.
Kind and dear princess.
Oh, is this a face to be opposed against the jarring winds? Mine enemy's dog, though he had bit me, should have stood that night against my fire. Alack, 'tis wonder thy life and wits at once had not concluded all. He wakes. Speak to him.
Oh, madam, do you, 'tis fittest.
How does my royal lord? How fares your majesty?
You do me wrong to take me out of the grave. Thou art a soul in bliss, but I am bound upon a wheel of fire that mine own tears do scald like molten lead.
Sir, do you know me?
Where have I been? Oh, you are a spirit, I know. Where did you die?
Oh, still far wide.
He's scarce awake. Let him alone a while.
Where have I been? Where am I? Fair daylight? I am mightily abused. I should even die with pity to see another thus. I know not what to say. Would I were assured of my condition.
Oh, look upon me, sir, and hold your hands in benediction o'er me.
I am a very foolish, fond old man. And to deal plainly, I fear I am not in my perfect mind. Methinks I should know you and know this man, yet I am doubtful. Do not laugh at me, for as I am a man, I think this lady to be my child, Cordelia.
So I am.
Oh, be your tears wet? Oh, yes, Faith. Pray do not weep. If you have poison for me, I will drink it. Your sisters have, as I do remember, done me wrong. You have some cause, they have not.
No cause. No cause.
Am I in France?
In your own kingdom, sir.
Do not abuse me.
Be comforted, good madam. The great rage in him, you see, is killed. Desire him to come in, trouble him no more.
May it please your highness walk?
You must bear with me. Pray you now forget and forgive. I am old and foolish.
'Tis time to look about. The kingdom's powers approach apace.
Your abutment is like to be bloody. Fare thee well, sir.
My point and period shall be throughly wrought, or well or ill, as this day's battles fought. Know of the Duke if his last purpose hold.
He is full of alteration and self-approving. Bring me his constant pleasure.
Our sister's man is certainly miscarried.
'Tis to be doubted, madam.
Now, sweet lord, you know the goodness I intend upon you. Tell me but truly, but then speak the truth. Do you not love my sister?
In honored love, madam.
But have you never found my brother's way to the forfended place?
That thought abuses you.
I am doubtful you have been conjuct and bosomed with her as far as we call hers.
No, by my honor, madam.
I shall not endure her. Dear my lord, be not familiar with her.
Fear me not. She and the Duke her husband.
I'd rather lose the battle than that sister loosening him and me.
Our very loving sister. Well bemet, sir. This I heard. The king is come to his daughter with others, whom the rigor of our state forced to cry out.
Sir, you speak nobly.
Why is this reasoned?
Combined together against the enemy. For these domestic and particular broils are not the question here.
Let's then determine with the Ancient of War on our proceeding.
I shall attend you presently in your tent.
Sister, you'll go with us?
I know the riddle. I will go.
If e'er your grace had speech with man so poor, hear me one word.
I'll overtake you. Speak.
Before you fight the battle, ope this letter. If you have victory, let the trumpet sound for him that brought it. Wretched though I seem, I can produce a champion that will prove what is avouched there. Fortune love you.
Stay. Till I have read the letter.
I was forbid it. When time shall serve, let but the herald cry, and I'll appear again.
Well, fare thee well. I will overlook thy paper.
The enemy's in view. Draw up your powers. He was a guess of their true strength and number by diligent discovery. But your haste is now urged upon you.
We will greet the time.
To both these sisters have I sworn my love. Each jealous of the other, as the stung are of the adder. Which then shall I take? Both? One? Or neither? Neither can be enjoyed if both remain alive. To take the widow exasperates, makes mad his sister Goneril, and hardly shall I carry out my side, her husband being alive. Now then, we'll use his countenance for the battle, which being done, let her who would be rid of him devise his speedy taking off. As for the mercy which he intends Lear and to Cordelia, the battle being done, and they within our power, shall never see his pardon. For my state stands on me to defend, not to debate.
Now, good lady, take the shadow of this tree for your good host. If ever I return to you again, I'll bring you comfort.
Grace go with you.
Away, old woman! Give me thy hand, away! King Lear hath lost, he and his daughters taken. Give me thy hand, come on!
No further, sir. A man may rot even here.
What, the ill thoughts again? Men must endure their going hence, even as they're coming hither. Ripeness is all, come on!
And that's true, too. Oh.
Some officers take them away. Good guard until the greater pleasures be known that are to censure them.
We are not the first whose best meaning have incurred the worst. With the oppressive king I am cast down. Myself could also frown false fortune's frown. Shall we not see these daughters and these sisters?
No, 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 no. Come, let's away to prison. When thou dost ask me blessing, I'll ask of thee forgiveness. We two alone shall live like birds in the cage, and so we'll live and pray and sing and tell old tales and laugh at gilded butterflies and take upon us the mystery of things as if we were God's spies. And we'll wear out in a walled prison packs and sects of great ones that ebb and flow by the moon.
Take them away.
Upon such sacrifices, my Cordelia, the gods themselves throw incense. He that parts us shall bring a brand from heaven and fire us hence like foxes. Thine eyes, the good years shall devour them, flesh and fell, ere they shall make us weep. Come, we'll see him starved first.
Captain, a word. Hark. Take thou this note. Follow them to prison. One step I have advanced thee. If thou dost, as this letter instructs, thou dost make thy way to noble fortunes. To be tender-minded does not become a sword. Either say thou wilt do it, or thrive by other means.
I cannot draw a cart, nor eat dried oats. If it be man's work, I'll do it.
Sir, you've showed today your valiant strain, and fortune led you well. You had the captives who are the opposites of today's strife. I do require them of you.
Sir, I sent the old and miserable king to some retention, whose age had charms in it, whose title more, to pluck the common bosom from our side, and turn our impressed lances in our eyes which do command them. With him I sent the queen, my reasons all the same. He'll be ready tomorrow, or at furthest space, to appear where you shall hold your session.
Sir, by your patience, I hold you but as a subject of this war, not as a brother.
That's as we list to grace him. Methinks our power might have been demanded ere you had spoke so far. He led our powers, bore the commission of my place and person, the which immediacy may well stand up and call itself your brother.
Not so hot. In his own grace he doth exalt himself more than in your addition.
By my rights and in me invested, he compeers the best.
Ah, that were the most if he should husband you.
Jesters do oft prove prophets.
Allah, Allah. The eye that told you so looked but a squint.
Lady, I am not well, else I should answer from a full-flowing stomach. General, take thou my soldiers, prisoners' patrimony. Dispose of them, of me. Witness here the world that I create thee, my lord and master.
Mean you to enjoy him?
The let alone lies not in your goodwill.
Nor in thine, lord. Half-blooded fellow.
Yes.
Let the drum strike and prove my title thine.
Stay it. Hear reason. Edmund, I arrest thee on capital treason, and in thy attaint, this gilded serpent. For your claim, fair sister, I bar it in the interest of my wife. 'Tis she is subcontracted to this lord, and I, her husband, contradict your banes. If you will marry, make your loves to me. My lady is bespoke.
An interlude.
Thou art armed, Gloucester, and let the trumpet sound. And if none appear to prove upon thy person thy heinous, manifest in many treasons, there is my pledge.
Sick. Oh, sick.
If not, I'll ne'er trust medicine.
There's my exchange. What in the world he is that dares call me traitor? Villain like he lies. Call by the trumpet. He that dares approach. I will maintain my truth and honor firmly.
A herald, ho!
My sickness grows upon me.
She is not well. Convey her to my tent. Come hither, herald. Let the trumpet sound, and read out this.
If any man of quality or decree within the list of the army will maintain upon Edmund, supposed Earl of Gloucester, that he is a manifold traitor, let him appear by the third sound of the trumpet. He is bold in his defense.
Sound!
Again! Again! What are you? Your name, your quality, and why you answer this present summons?
No, my name is lost. By treason's tooth, bare gnawn, and canker bit. Yet am I noble as the adversary I come to cope. What's he that speaks for Edmund, Earl of Gloucester?
Himself. What sayest thou to him?
Draw thy sword. I protest thou art a traitor. False to thy gods, thy brother, and thy mother. Conspired against this high illustrious prince, and from the extremest upward of thy head to the descent and dust below thy foot, a most toad-spotted traitor. Say thou no? This sword, this arm, and my best spirits are bent to prove upon thy heart whereto I speak. Thou liest.
In wisdom, I should ask thy name. But since thy outside is so fair and warlike, and that thy tongue, some say, of breeding breeze, back do I toss these treasons at your head. This sword of mine will give them instant way, where they shall rest forever.
Save him! Save him!
This is but practice, master. By the laws of war, thou wast not bound to face an unknown enemy. Thou art not vanquished, but cozened and beguiled.
Shut your mouth, Dane! With this paper shall I stop it!
Thou worst in any name. Read thine own evil.
No tyrantly!
I perceive you know it.
Say if I do. The laws are mine, not thine! Who can arraign me for it? Huh?
Most monstrous. Knowest thou this paper?
Ask me not, master!
Go after her. She's desperate. Govern her.
What you have accused me of, that I have done, and more, much more. The time will bring it out, 'tis past, and so am I. But what art thou that holds this fortune on me?
Let's exchange charity. I am no less in blood than thou art, Edmund. My name is Edgar, and thy mother's son. The gods are just, and of our pleasant vices make instruments to plague us.
Is spoken true. 'Tis right. The wheel has come full circle. And I am here.
I must embrace thee. Let sorrow split my heart if ever I did hate thee or thy mother.
Worthy prince, I know it.
Where have you hid yourself? How have you known the miseries of your mother?
By nursing them, my lord. List a brief tale, and when 'tis told, oh, that my heart would burst. The bloody proclamation to escape that followed me so near taught me to shift into a madman's ranks. And in this habit met I my mother, with their bleeding rings, their precious stones new lost. Became her guide, led her, begged for her, saved her from despair. Never, O fault, revealed myself unto her until some half hour past. When I was armed, I asked her blessing, and from first to last told her our pilgrimage. But her flawed heart, alack, too weak the conflict to support, twixt two extremes of passion, joy and grief, burst smilingly.
This speech of yours has moved me, and perchance may do good. But speak you on.
If there be more woeful, hold it in. I am almost ready to dissolve hearing of this.
Whilst I was big in clamor, came there in a man, who having seen me in my worst estate, shunned my abhorred society. But then finding who 'twas that so endured, with his strong arms he fastened on my neck, and bellowed out as he'd burst heaven, told the most piteous tale of Lear and him that ever ear received, which in recounting his grief grew puissant, and the strings of life began to crack.
But who was this?
Kent, sir, the banished Kent, who in disguise followed his enemy king, and did him service improper for a slave.
Help! Help! Oh, help!
Speak, woman. What means this bloody knife?
'Tis hot. It smokes. It came even from the heart of... Oh, she's dead.
Who dead? Speak, woman!
Your lady. Good sir, your lady. And her sister by her is poisoned. She confesses it.
I was contracted to them both. All three now marry in an instant.
Here comes Kent.
Produce the bodies, be they alive or dead. This judgment of the heavens that make us tremble touches us not with pity.
I'm come to bid my king and master I good night. Is he not here?
Great thane of us forgot. Speak, Edmund, where's the king? And where's Cordelia? Seest thou this object, Kent?
Alack, why thus?
Yet Edmund was beloved. I pant for breath. Some good I mean to do despite of mine own nature. Quickly, send to the castle, for my breath is in the life of on Lear and on Cordelia.
Run! Run! No, run! Hasty for thy life!
He was commissioned by thy wife and me to hang Cordelia in the prison and to lay the blame upon her own despair that she fordid herself.
The gods defend her.
Oh! Oh, you are men of stones! And are your tongues and eyes, I'd use them so that heaven's vault should crack. She's gone forever. I know when one is dead and when one sleeps. She's dead as earth.
Is this the promised end, or image of that whore?
Fallen cease.
This feather stirs. She lives. If it be so, it is a chance which does redeem all sorrows that ever I have felt.
Oh, my good lord.
Prithee away.
'Tis noble Kent, your friend.
A plague upon you murderers! Traitors all! I might have saved her. Now she's gone forever. Cordelia, Cordelia, stay a little. What is it thou sayest? The voice was ever soft, gentle and low. I killed the slave that was a hanging thee.
'Tis true, my lords, he did.
Did I not, fellow? I've seen the day with my good biting falchion I would have made them skip. Now I'm old, and these same crosses spoil me. Are you not Kent?
The same, my lord. Your servant Kent. Where is your servant Caius?
He's a good fellow, I can tell you that. He'll strike and quickly, too. But he's dead and rotten.
No, my lord. I am the very man who, from your first of difference and decay, followed your sad steps.
You are welcome hither.
Nor no man else. All's cheerless, dark, and deadly. Your eldest daughters have fordone themselves and desperately are dead.
So I think.
He knows not what he says.
Edmund is dead, my lord.
That's but a trifle here.
You lords and noble friends, know our intent. What comfort to this great decay may come shall be applied. For us, we will resign. During the life of this old majesty, to him, our absolute power. All friends shall taste the wages of their virtue, and all foes the cup of their deservings. See.
And my poor fool is hanged. No life. Why should a dog, a horse, a rat have life and now no breath at all? I'll come no more. Never. Look at this. Look at her. Look. Her lips. Oh, look there. Look.
He faints. My lord! My lord!
Break, heart, I pray thee, break!
Look up, my lord!
Begs not his ghost! He hates him that would, upon the rack of this world, stretch him out longer.
Our present business is general woe. Friends of my soul, you twain shall rule in this realm, and the gourd state sustain.
Oh, sir. I have a journey shortly to go. My master calls me, I must not say no.
The weight of this sad time we must obey. Speak what we feel, not what we ought to say. The oldest hath borne most. We that are young shall never see so much, nor live so long.